If you're arrested, and say you have a family member who's been arrested, what usually happens is if they're taken into custody, they're seen within 24 hours by a judge. That judge has to set release conditions. Sometimes if it's a not very serious crime, they're going to be released on their own recognizance. Sometimes for more serious crimes or people that are not from the local area, they'll have a higher bond. With a bond, you can either pay the bond itself to get the person out of jail, because that's the first question that we always receive is, how do I get my family member out of jail? So after that 24 hours, they'll have a bond or be released. If they're not released, you can pay the bond itself using a credit card or payment through the court, or you can go through a bonding agent. And there's hundreds of them around the state, and they're licensed. Much like a bank, they have to abide by certain rules. So they can usually, with collateral, get someone out for 10%. So if it's a $10,000 bond, they would put up the money, the collateral, or the bond, and then you would pay as a family about $1,000 plus fees, so you can get your loved one out. The fact that they're arrested doesn't mean that while they're pending trial or pending their case, doesn't mean they have to stay in custody until the case is completed. After they have the initial appearance, it's called, and the bond is set, they would have an arraignment. If it's a misdemeanor matter, or if it's a felony, there's a process, either a grand jury or a preliminary hearing, that it goes up, and then they would have an arraignment. After that, the case proceeds. A lot of people are concerned about getting their police report and getting their disclosure. We file a motion immediately once we're on the case, asking for all disclosure, videos, anything. If the state doesn't provide that to us, it's in writing, they could not be able to use that evidence against you at trial. Usually the state has an incentive to get you all they have, and they actually have a duty to do that. So we get all that information, and we provide that to our client for free. So a lot of people will pay, stand in line at a police department. We get that if you hire us on.